What's up, Marvel fans? This is Stan Series, and in today's Marvel News video, the main topic I'm going to be talking about today is three new characters that have joined the Spider-Man Homecoming. Yeah, we have just got announced that there is three new characters that have been added to the Spider-Man Homecoming. But before I get into that topic, I want to mention some little bits that involves with Spider-Man. So yeah, let's get into this then. So first off, now this one's only been out for a bit, but I thought I'd give my thoughts on this. Now we've learned that the Venom film, his main villain will be Carnage, and let me tell you now, that is pretty awesome. Because I'll tell you now, I love Carnage. I'm a big fan of him. I mean, I've seen him. I mean, the first time I ever saw him in anime wise was the original old Spider-Man show, and I tell you now, I thought he was a badass character. When I first got to know about him, I thought, whoa, he's pretty cool, you know. He's a badass, you know, he's crazy and like that kind of thing. With it, I think he's a good candidate to fight Venom, because I don't know who else you can get to fight Venom in the film, so I'm really glad they've chose him. Now, I want to, before I bring this up quick, with that wise, an actor who I think that could be good for the role is someone they were trying to get before, and I think this is what this was spoke before. Jim Carrey. I think he would be a good part of it, because you see, Carnage, but his real name is Castlefy, or I think that's how you say his real name. His character, he's like a nut character. He's really crazy. He's like a murderer and all that. He's really nuts, and I think Jim Carrey would do the part. So I'm saying that guy's name right, Jim Carrey. Yeah, the funny guy who did the Grinch, and you know, you should know his work. I think he'll be a good candidate for that film. And I'm sure once when the Amazing Spider-Man series was going on, I think they were planning to bring Carnage into the films, you know, the film series, and asking that actor as well. So I think it could be a good opportunity to ask him again and finally give him the role. That's what I would say on that. And last but not least, we've learned, well, I'm only going to say this as rumors for now, but I heard there's plans of a Mysterio and Kraven the Hunter film. I'll tell you this now, I don't want that to happen. Now, don't get me wrong, I love those villains. I know who those two are. They're not bad villains, I'll tell you that. They are not bad villains. It's just, I can't see a film how you do it when Mysterio is working with Kraven the Hunter. I can't see a film how they could do that. I mean, I don't think that sounds like a good one. No, I think, in a way, you could save those two in a Spider-Man future film. Hopefully they could do that. Or you could save them for a Sinister Six film, because I am hoping now, because after when the Sony, who owns the place, Amy Pascal, announced that Venom and the other ones were in the universe, MCU universe, but I still think it's still not a rumor or fake news. I think it's still, you know, I think she said the truth. Hopefully they could, you know, have them in a Sinister Six, or as I said, in a future Spider-Man film, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want to see a film of Mysterio and Kraven Hunter. I don't want that to happen. I don't want that. So that's that one. Now let's jump to the Spider-Man Homecoming film then. So first off is, before we get into the new characters, there are two things. The first one, we have learned that Spider-Man Homecoming will have 2 credit scenes. Now that is pretty cool, really. Now that would be awesome. I can't really see what they'll show off in the credit scenes. I mean, I've got some good thoughts of what they could do. First one, it could be a scene that leads up to Infinity War, you know. I got a funny feeling that's what one of them could be. Maybe that they could use that for the end or minute credit scene. You know, when we see Peter after the events of his film, and then, you know, Iron Man or Cap comes up to him and says, "We need your help because we learned that Thanos is coming to Earth." You know, all that kind of, all the saying, something's coming and we need you. Maybe that's what it could be. Second cut scene, they could use that to hint what the sequel could be about, you know. Maybe give us a villain credit scene, like maybe they show us who's going to be the villain of the next film. That's what I could see. Or it could be just one of those funny credit scenes that it's just something hilarious the audience will laugh at. I don't know. That's what I think it could be. That's that one. And I know this is brought up before, but we have learned that Pepper Potts is making a return, and she'll make a return in this. Now that's pretty cool. Now I heard this. Now this has already been heard before, as I've said. I don't know what kind of role she's got, but I got a feeling it's just a cameo role. I am wondering, is she going to make an appearance when Tony Stark is at the same scene? Like, oh, that is going to be an odd scene, that will, because what we know is they've split up, and that is going to be an odd moment. You know, seeing the two, get the two seeing each other again. I wonder if they'll speak at all with one another, or they're just going to go like, Pepper, Tony, like that kind of thing. Or the silence. I just don't know how that's going to go. But, that is going to be hilarious to see. Right, move on to the main thing now. The 3 new characters. So, who are the 3 new characters, you might be wondering? Well, I'm about to tell you now. Now, first off is, do you remember that this one actor called, is it Donald Gorvit? Oh, I'm sorry I'm not saying his name right now. He was that young black actor. We saw him in a couple of trailers. One trailer we saw him hanging around with one of the shockers who had that big laser gun. Well, kind of like a big weapon gun. That was one of the, the Tinkerer must have made. And then we saw in the last kind of latest trailer was when him talking to Spider-Man. Yes. Now, there was rumours about who he was playing first. Some people were saying is he going to play Miles Morales' uncle? That's Aaron Donches. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that the character's last name right. Well, I'll tell you this now. It's confirmed. He is playing that character. So he is going to play Miles Morales' uncle, who has also got another alter ego. And what he calls himself? And he calls himself Prowler, something like that. I can't really read that name right. Well, let's say he's one of the versions of this character. Well, he's the ultimate version of this villain's character. As I said, I'll tell you now, couldn't say his villain name right, but that is down in the description below, so you can have a see that. When I think about this, I think that is good. I think that is pretty good, because the reason that is good, because you open the door for Miles Morales to make an appearance, and also for him to become the next Spider-Man. When Tom Holland is done with his role as Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, I think it's when he's done, then they could bring in Miles Morales to take on the Spider-Man role as the newest Spider-Man. I think that could be cool, so I think that's good. Now, next person. Now, we've heard this actor's name before was going to be in the film, and his name is Michael Mando. I think that's how you say his name, right? Yep. Well, there was rumours of what he was playing first. Someone thought that he was playing Carnage, but that was out of the question, because I don't think that was happening. But we have learned that he's playing, what's his name? His character's called Matt Gunley. Hang on, I'll spell his name out. First name is M-A-C, and his last name is Gargan. Now, if you don't recognise that name, he is the 4th version of Scorpion. Yeah, that's the villain's name. And that's really interesting. So we've got another Spider-Man villain in this film. Now, how he will play in this film, I can't see him as becoming the Scorpion in this film. I don't think he will. I don't think as I said, we won't see him suit up and become the Scorpion. I mean, because really the villains we got in this film is we've got the Vulture, we've got Shocker, and 2 Shockers, the Tinkerer. I don't think they'll make Scorpion as a 4th villain. I think they're just going to keep it with those 3. But I'd say is maybe how they could do it is maybe they could set up like an origin story, like how see him when he's like normal, and then we can see like how does he become the Scorpion. Like, does someone get him angry? Does he get fired, or does someone make him angry? That kind of thing. Maybe that's what they could do. That also goes for Miles Morales' uncle. I don't think, as I said, maybe they might show off how he could become, that his alter ego, but I don't know. I have no sure. We'll just have to wait for that film. And last but not least, then there's an actress, and I'll try to say her name right. I think it says Jennifer. Last name is Connelly. I'm sorry, but the actress has done a Marvel film before. She played the version of Betty Wash in the 2003 the Hulk film, the terrible one when the scenes kept jumping like a comic book thing. That was a terrible film. We've learned that she will be the voice of Canny. No, let me spell her name right. It's a name we've already heard in the MCU before. Karen. That's that same character from Daredevil. Yeah, she would be Peter Parker's AI, and that is pretty cool. And the actress, I have seen her work before when I said in the Hulk film, and I think that would be pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Now, I'm surprised about that because I've heard the actress's voice before, and I was shocked that when we saw that trailer when Spider-Man heard her for the first time, I'm surprised that I couldn't recognize her voice. But, well, I mean, I know it's a voice work and they modified it a bit to make it like robotic-y, but I'll tell you this now, that is pretty cool. That is pretty awesome, really. You know, her coming back to doing a Marvel film, well, this time in a voice way, but I'm looking forward to that, really. I'm wondering, like, how many words she'll say in the film, because I hope she's got a good voice role as Peter Parker's AI. I have, well, maybe it might not be a lot for the first film, but who knows? Who knows? We will just have to wait to see for that one. And, and I'll throw in a special one. It also learned that F.R.I.D.A.Y will make a return in the film. Tony Stark's AI, and I think it was obvious she was going to make a return anyway, but I don't think they announced that already, or this is just up lately now, but I thought I'd say it here. But yeah, that sounds pretty good. So yeah, that's all the news on the Venom and the Carnage, that bit of the news, and also the Spider-Man Homecoming news. That's all for that. If you do want to see new pictures for the MCU films, that'll be down on my Marvel Cinematic Universe page, Facebook page. That sounds great below. Leave your comments down below on this. What do you think of this news then? Do you think Carnage is a good choice for Venom? What's your thought on that Mysterio and Kraven the Hunter film? Do you want that to happen or not? And the news I gave on the Spider-Man Homecoming film. Give your thoughts on that. And also, do you think Jim Carrey would be a good part for Carnage? Just put that down in the comments below and we'll discuss about this. Also give this a thumbs up. Share this out to your friends so I can get more viewers and subscribers. And if you're new to this channel, this is what I do. I do Marvel and Transformers Cinematic Universe news. I also do trailers, clips, TV spots, and TV spot reactions, and spoilers when the films are out. Now, trailers and clips, I tend to do those. I know I haven't done the latest clips for Spider-Man because I know they've been coming out, but I don't want to do those because I actually want to be surprised for this film. So, and because we only got 2 weeks left, I believe now. 2 weeks, 2 weeks that Friday we passed or something like that. But you know what I mean. TV spots, I've been avoiding those as well because as I said, I want to be surprised for this new Spider-Man film. So, but I also don't do them when they're 2 weeks away, like a film's 2 weeks away. And spoilers was, as I said, when the film's out. And last but not least, if you want to see my last Marvel video, click here. Me channel, click here. Make sure you click the bell so you can be notified, so you can be noticed when my new videos are up. And here you can jump to watch my very first news video for the Transformers Universe Bumblebee film. And that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching and see you again soon. Peace.